like this. Hey, it's Mazzy. This is a whack-a-mole Toledo style. Everyone in this room, when they get down here, is from Toledo. Jason?
Hi.
Toledo, and he's got his Easy Street hat on. I got my Surgical Giants hat. So tell me about Nosferatu. What's the guy that directed the original?
The original Max something, right? I don't remember.
It's German. I know. And then
I just bought this shirt to freak people out when I'm at breakfast and stuff. So.
We have breakfast. You only wear for breakfast. Okay. Of course, Willem Dafoe played the character of the making of the film Nosferatu. I've seen that. We're blanking out. Now, if someone in the comments right now is saying, Mazzy, you have no shit what's going on, and you're talking about...
Sorry. That's really unprofessional.
Someone beeped. It's okay. This is a whack-a-mole. We're going to go through and pull some records and just talk about them, okay? So, look through some records and records that you like, and we'll talk about it. And let's see. I'm going to start out with... Let's see here.
You want me to pull one?
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah.
This one here.
Why are you pulling that record?
This one?
Hold it up. Let's get it close here. Satanic Majesty's Request, 1967. That's when the Rolling Stones copied the Beatles.
Pretty much. To the point where, if I'm not mistaken, they even used the same photographer that took the photo for Sgt. Pepper's. And if you look, this is the hologram version, but if you look on the standard version, there's a little doll somewhere in here. It's got a sweater on that says the Beatles. And if you look at Sgt. Pepper's, there's a little doll that has a little sweater on that says the Rolling Stones.
Pretty much. Michael Cooper's the photographer, took the picture. Different designers. The original Sgt. Pepper was, what's his name? The collage artist. I'm blanking out right now. We've had a little buzz here. Yeah, but this is the lenticular cover. Hear that? I love this record. It's funny. There's a famous quote by Marianne Faithfull, who was part of the Rolling Stones contingency and dated Mick Jagger and whoever else in the Stones, and said, the Rolling Stones never did psychedelia very well. But I would disagree. I think this is you like this record?
I love this record.
This is a great, it's actually a really rockin' version of psychedelia. And I really like it. So
it's got the 2000 Man and 2000 Light Years from Home.
And Gomper. And there's a song on here that got revitalized when Apple put out their first iMacs. She's a Rainbow.
Yeah.
All the colors. Oh, what a great song. Anyway, I love it.
All I can think of is Mac computers when I hear it.
You remember the song with all the color of the Mac? When they did the egg-shaped Macintosh of "She's Like a Rainbow." Now I got to hear that. I got to think of that designer. I'll think of it later. Someone's yelling out and writing in the comments right now. But let's. I'm gonna just until they pick things, until they come down here. I'm gonna just book some random things. I picked a random record. Oh, Ry Cooder in the slide area. Well, thank you. Ry Cooder, my favorite guitar player. This isn't one of his greatest albums, but there's a great thing. The UFO has landed in the ghetto that opens up his song. This is 1880? 82. But it's an interesting record. Anything by Ry Cooder does is interesting.
Blue suede shoes on there.
He does a cover, but that's not a very good version of Blue Suede Shoes. Sorry. So there you go. All right, Ry Cooder. People are gonna get bored if we don't keep this going. If we don't pull some music out here.
I like how you just do it random.
Well, see, that's what the whole concept of this is. Oh, I mean, one of the great. Come in, right?
Yeah, Maybelle.
Chuck Berry, 28. The Great 28 songs by, I mean, you know, there wouldn't be great rock and roll if it wasn't for Chuck Berry. There wouldn't be all those great Beach Boys songs. You know, every early Beach Boys song was basically a song by Chuck Berry rewritten into surf music. And in fact, later versions, I think, of some of the early Beach Boys songs got a copyright and got a song credit by Chuck Berry. This is a record that came out, what record version? This is 1984 Sugar Hill Record comp. But of course, the great Chuck Berry. You know, he's one of the great rock and roll players I never saw. I saw Little Richard. I saw Jerry Lee Lewis. I never saw Chuck Berry. And he would pick up bands locally. I knew people that played with him. He would pick up bands locally. Okay, we got more Toledoites.
Hi, vinyl community.
Do you call them Toledoians?
Toledoans.
Toledoans.
And then Kim is here too.
We got Coffee Julie. We got Kim from Toledo.
Hey, this is my best friend since we were 5 years old.
Yep. Fellow Toledoans.
Search back to the Whack-A-Mole from Halloween like 4 years ago. Julie was on that video.
Was that the last time I was on the video?
I don't know if the last time, but it was one of them. You get
No,
shy on the other one.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the camera, but I've had a little bit.
Yeah, so we're going to pull records and talk about them here.
Yeah, pull a record, Kim.
Okay.
Pull a record.
Okay, let's talk about...
Ooh, I don't know. This one.
And he's
a good one.
That's a good one.
And I
Aren't you
don't
going to pull
remember.
records, Jason? Come on, this is
Whack-A-Mole.
I'm gonna go Mazzy style and just grab one randomly.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Ventures, the great instrumental guitar outfit. This is one of their psychedelic ones. This is Happy Together, of course, the Turtles cover. Strawberry Fields, A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You by the Monkees. Western Union by the Western Union. Western Union. Da, 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 da. What's that group? Who did before your time? These are kids. These kids are 20 years younger than me. Western Union.
It's nice to be called a kid.
You are a kid. You're Psychedelic Ventures.
Isn't that fun?
Anyway, this is fucking great record.
What do you got? Oh, that's a good one.
All right.
Who's up next?
Anyway, go ahead. Queen of Soul. What are you going to say about that one?
I just love Aretha. She's from Detroit. I grew up near Detroit, an hour south in Toledo. I thought you were the one who was supposed to give us some little tidbits on the albums, and we're supposed to stump the Maz.
It's not a stumping thing. It's not. This isn't like stump shit. That's actually a great collection. This is the mono stuff. This is the single mixes mono.
This is 67 through 70. This is slightly before my time, as I was born a couple years later.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, I almost dropped. Anyway. I just love Aretha's soul.
I never saw Aretha Franklin.
And
I never saw Aretha.
You didn't?
I didn't. I
What a
blew that.
shame.
I know. I love the Aretha at Fillmore record. The live
you-
at Fillmore with Ray Charles and Billy Preston. Not Billy,
this
is
is
Billy
where
Preston.
Billy Preston.
Was he on that live at? I think so. I can't remember now.
Okay. Well, next. I'm always a bomb on this thing. Whatever.
All right, let's go.
You know, there hasn't been a Whack-A-Mole with guests in a long time, so you're either loving this or you're saying
Yeah.
These guys suck.
So
Toledo. Is there? What's the most famous band from Toledo?
Band?
Art. Wait, who's
No,
the jazz
it's
player?
Jeremy Lindsay.
No,
What the fuck is Jeremy
he's
Lindsay?
a jazz player. His name is.
So basically, there's no one of any interest from Toledo.
Gloria Steinem is from Toledo. Max Klinger.
Who's Max Klinger? Is he the guy on Barney
Max
Miller?
Klinger from MASH.
Oh, Klinger, who dress up.
Exactly. Jamie
So
Farr. Katie Holmes.
so the
is from
Midwest
Toledo.
is against drag queens and transgender,
And
but they can dress like
Jeeps
Klinger.
were made in Toledo, and we had one of the first frickin' farm teams. We're Detroit
Okay,
Tigers farm
Time
team.
out.
Art
Toledo.
Tatum.
Art
Art
Tatum.
Tatum's from Toledo.
Okay, that's finally someone like mentions a musician. We're talking about musicians.
Well, I'm sorry.
I love
I'm
Gloria
giving you a
Steinem, but
tidbit
she ain't
about-
no musician. What's the best Gloria Steinem record she's ever made?
Love and Peace.
That's right.
And Go Women.
I think we lost Kim.
Favorite
We offended Toledo. Am I offending Toledo?
No.
3-1. Toledo versus San Francisco.
So I'll need help with this. This was random. This is true whack-a-mole style here. This is Make Way for the Kingston Trio. I'm not a big Kingston Trio fan.
Do you know anything about them?
I had a square in my life that really liked the Kingston Trio, and I just never really...
What's a square in your life?
You know, a square.
Like me?
No, you're not a
like
square.
Someone who's unhip?
Yeah.
Like L7?
Yeah, you know, a square.
L7?
Yeah.
Okay. Kingston Trio, one of the biggest selling folk artists. This predates Bob Dylan, before the political set came in. This is safe college folk music. But they played a lot in San Francisco. They actually bought a building. Kingston Trio collectively bought a building in San Francisco that later was purchased by Francis Ford Coppola, and he owns it to this day. It's like the triangular building in North Beach in San Francisco. Zoetrope is based there. See, I make shit up, but that's true.
That's amazing.
I'm trying to think the guy, Glenn Yarborough, was he one of the members of Kingston Trio? You know, it's funny. Did you ever see Almighty Wind?
Yeah, that's...
Almighty Wind kind of parodies this type of folk music.
Yeah, you have to have a sweater tied around your neck when you're playing Kingston Trio songs.
Okay, he gets it.
Put some loafers on.
Even in Toledo, they get it. So Kingston Trio. Okay, we can put it in. We'll file away it later. Okay.
Good deal.
I like the random thing. It works, right?
It's scary.
It is scary, but it's fun. Okay. Random whack-a-mole. That's how we do whack-a-moles. Oh, Dusty Springfield cameo. This is one of her least successful films from 1973. I just did a film on ABC Records. This is one of her... She did a few ABC records, and this is kind of... I just bit my tongue. And now I sound like I have a lisp. Shit, I just bit my tongue.
That hurts. Toledo carries on in the next room.
There's a party going on. Anyway, Dusty Springfield, the great British ingenue soul, blue-eyed soul singer. Of course, I think one of her best albums. I mean, she did "Hopin' and Wishin' and Hopin'." One of her best songs is Dusty in Memphis, where she does "Son of a Preacher Man." You know
yeah. Only from Pulp Fiction. I mean, that's where I learned that tune.
That's what's great about
soundtracks.
Exactly. But Tarantino, he brings these great songs and great music, and he revitalized the careers like "Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon." Now, written by Neil Diamond, but that version was by
Urge Overkill.
Yeah. See, this guy knows his shit. They have a good education system in Toledo.
It's the school of hard knocks. No, I don't know.
That's okay.
I don't know a whole lot about this record, except it's got one of the great tunes from the 80s. Don't Dream It's Over. Crowded House. Self-titled.
Now, I always get castrated from
This
viewers.
is a great song.
It's a great song.
Don't Dream It's Over.
But I always forget if they're from Australia or New Zealand. I think they're from New Zealand. And I know they're different. I get it. It's kind of like Toledo and San Francisco are totally different. So I get that.
Are we that different, though?
Maybe not. I mean, we're like...
Port towns?
What port?
Port towns. Toledo's on Lake Erie, you know.
Okay.
It's not the same.
I think it's different. It's nothing to say. I think they're New Zealand, but they started out, a couple of the members, or one of the members was in a group called Split Ends. And then, of course, the Finn brothers, and there's the various Finn brothers that have done a lot of Finn, different versions of Tim Finn and Neil Finn. And I think they're great. I mean, they had a couple of hits. I don't think they really fulfilled the hitness of Capitol Records, but these are great records. Very pop. Dream Is Over. It was all over MTV.
It's still a great song.
It is a great song.
I don't turn the channel. I don't listen to the radio, but I don't turn the channel either when it comes on.
Okay. You like this random thing? It's kind of fun, right?
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Oh, okay. This, okay, put my wine down, Mazov. This must be from 1971 or 1972. You know why I know that? First of all, I know. But because for whatever reason, I have about 20 albums in my collection, 25 albums, that have the Maslov. I wrote my name on these records, which meant when I got this record, I brought it to one of my friend's houses, and we had to like specify, you know, we wrote it. Faces, this is after the Small Faces. The Faces became not just little guys. Steve Marriott leaves the band, Ronnie Lane's still in the band. But what's the Rolling Stones guitar player?
Ronnie
Wood. Ronnie Wood and Rod Stewart joined the Faces. This is a great record, and it ends with this song. Actually, it doesn't end with the song, but there's a version on here.
It's got Miss Judy's Farm.
Oh, Miss Judy.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, that's great. I was thinking of the live one, which has a version of Maybe I'm Amazed. That's the wrong record. You're absolutely right. This is a fucking great record. A version of Memphis, Chuck Berry song. Stay With Me.
Stay With Me. What a jam.
And I think this has a poster or something. Oh,
Oh, cool.
book or a poster. Okay. We're going to open this poster on a whack-a-mole because it's so friggin' big. What, you know what I'm saying?
Sweet.
Let's hold your side
This
up.
way.
Oh, is it this way?
There you go. Portrait. That's
There
cool.
we go.
Little
You can't even see this, right?
montage.
But I have my poster still, and this is a great record. It's funny, I thought this was the live one, and it's not because it has the live photograph from the cover and the puppets.
There's Ronnie Wood.
Ronnie Wood. Future Stone. I'm actually a fan of the Stones with Mick Taylor more than Ronnie Wood, for my personal taste. What do you think?
I don't know. It's like
Are you a Stones fan?
which child do you love more? You know, it's.
I only have one
man.
kid.
Oh,
Do you have kids?
yeah, I got 2 boys.
Which one do you love more?
I love them both.
What
more
are your
than I can
sons'
express.
names?
Sawyer and Jonas.
Ah, very biblical. Jonas, the whale, and all that.
That was Jonah.
Oh, Jonah.
They're good Civil War names.
Is okay.
Yeah.
My son's Joseph.
Okay.
There we go. So, why don't you pick one more random?
All right.
I'll pick one more random. And the women left us high and dry, so we're going to end this whack-a-mole after this last pick from each of us.
Well, this has got it all. I might have to leave with this.
Neil Young's greatest
Neil Young's
hits.
greatest hits. I mean, what do you say?
Are you a Neil Young fan?
Oh yeah.
Do you like any period, or it just depends?
Everybody knows This Is Nowhere. On a Beach. 2 of my favorite records. This has got some of those tunes on there, right? Down by the River, Cowgirl in the Sand, Cinnamon Girl. Just everything he does, it's fantastic. Even
They
when you
still
get into
do it.
like in the '90s, he released a record called "Sleeps with Angels."
Sleeps with
Fantastic.
Angel is one of my favorite.
I agree.
Like a Safeway card,
Yeah,
shopping.
well, yeah,
Oh, what a great album.
it is awesome.
It is good.
And then when he linked up with Pearl Jam and did Mirror Ball,
right.
Just everything he does, fantastic.
Very good. Okay, I'm going to end up with a record. This record. Look at that. Aside from this woman, who else played the auto harp and was a star? Who else? John Sebastian with the Lovin' Spoonful. Do you believe in magic? Anyway, Mother Maybelle Carter, mother of June Carter, June Carter was the wife of Johnny Cash. She's the head of the Carter family. Put a great series of records out. This is a Columbia Records comp of the great country, gospel, spiritual songs of Mother Maybelle Carter. Pick this collection up. It's a fantastic collection. It's funny, for a Jew like me, I love gospel music. I like Christian music like this. I mean, we're talking, this is historical recordings. This goes back from 1927 with some dialogue in it, with some dialogue by Jimmy Rogers. Jimmy Rogers, the country cowboy who wrote about trains. There's a great Jimmy Rogers album of his songs by Merle Haggard. Big Merle Haggard a fan here.
Good old Mountain Dew.
Oh God, this is kind of a cool collection, and I mean, there's new old stuff. There's that Nashville group of steel guitar by Pete Drake, Mouth Harp by Charlie McCoy, Larry Butler on piano. But what a great comp collection! Double record, Warner Brothers, came out in 1973.
It's a good year. Look at that quilt too.
Right?
That looks like a comfy quilt.
Is that a comfy quilt?
Yep.
Okay. So before we end here on this Whack-A-Mole Special Toledo edition, anything you want to say from Toledo to the audience here, Jason?
No, but to you I want to say, well, yes, thank you. If you made it this far, thank you so much. But Mazzy, thank you. And this is fantastic. Whack-A-Mole. What a wonderful thing.
It's about the music, stupid, right?
Yeah.
And I don't mean, I'm not calling you stupid. It's about...
You wouldn't be the first.
No, but it's about the music, right? It doesn't matter on the fucking pressings and audiophile crap. It's about the music. This ain't audiophile. Anyway, that's it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mazzy loves you. How about Jason?
Loves you too.